Hi, I'm Jay. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make a short film with Let There Be. First, let's watch the film I made with it.
I love movies, especially a war movie. Huh? But I got an idea.
ID, please. You're too young for this movie.
Instructions be revised or make problems in rendition of the pictures next spring.
So, that's a simple short film I made less than half a day. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to turn your own idea into film like this. You only need to follow 4 steps to make this kind of video. First, write your story. Second, make assets that fit in. Third, make keyframe. 4, turn all this into video. It's easier than you might thought, so let's get started. Step 1, write your story. A lot of people skip this part and just generate a bunch of cool looking random shots. But honestly, that kind of video means nothing. A story is what makes your video meaningful. So take any idea you have and build a story around it. Now go to lettherebe.app and start a new project. You get this page. This is where you write your story. It works like any memo app you use. You just type your story out, but write it in scenario format. Scenario format is where each scene opens with the background, and then you write out the action, the description, and the dialogue. The text blocks are made for exactly this, so use them. Hit the slash to pull up all the blocks, and hit the @ sign to create or bring in an asset. So let me write my scenario. I want my first scene to open inside a cinema, so I hit slash, choose background, type in cinema, and enter. Then I want to start with my main character, a boy, so I hit a @ sign, type boy, enter. And I'll keep going. Now, I want a moment where the boy says, I got an idea. So I hit slash again, choose the dialog block, set the speaker to boy, and type it in. So that's it. Using this block, I made my story and create asset at the same time. So I'll just keep going, next scene, ticket booths, and so on. And there we go. I wrote a really short story about a boy who really wants to watch the war movie. And over on the right, there's an AI chat that helps you while you write. But honestly, writing the story is the most fun, most creative part of all this, so don't let AI do this work. Be creative. Also, AI isn't really good at coming up with something genuinely new. Just use them to grow your own idea, not to replace them. Now, you got your story. Step 2, make your asset. Assets are your character, your location, and your prop. And they can give you consistency across whole scene. And good-looking location can instantly make your scenes more cinematic, and strong character that alone can carry the whole story. Assets matter, so it's worth put some real effort making the asset. Back to my script. On the left side, you'll find this button. Click the image icon, and this is where you create your asset and your scene. You can turn each line you wrote into a scene. and you'll see the asset get assigned to its line. You can edit the asset for any line by clicking Add Asset. You can also set more detailed option for each scene, either by hand or by clicking Auto Set. But you can skip that for now, so I will too. Now, back to asset. Let's start with a character. I'll make the boy first. Click the boy. Up top, you'll see a new character tab, and you can hit Home tab anytime to jump back to your scenario. You can pick a character from preset, edit one of those, or you can use it as a reference image to make a different variation. Or you can just build a brand new character from scratch. You choose a style. I'll go with the clay motion style since I want it to feel a little unreal. Write a description for the boy and give him an outfit. And hit create. Okay, I got my character. This one looks cool, but I want brighter eye and proportion to feel a bit more stylized. So I'll edit him by clicking edit and write down what I want to change. And there, I like this boy. He looks curious, and I like his hair kind of has the clay texture to it. But here's the thing, as the story goes on, the kid put on disguise and get all dirty. So here's a little tip. If character space keeps changing, make some version of them. So I'll edit boy disguise version and a boy battlefield version and give each one a different style. Now for the cinema step author, I click add asset here and add the boy character. So the new one I'm making carries a similar style. Then I write the description and drop in an outfit. And that's my next tip. Use reference image. One reference image is worth more than 10 sentences of your description. So keep a little stash of reference image and take it whenever you're making your asset. Okay, 2 characters done. Now the background. I click cinema, pick a style and a palette, write a description, hit create. And I don't really like this one, so I add reference image closer to what I had in mind. So I'll copy and paste this image of the cinema. And I want the movie poster to be all quiet on the western front, so I drop that poster into. I write a description and hit create. Now, I got asset like this and I like it, so I select. Just like that, I made 3 location, 2 character, and 1 props, and I made it really fast. Step 3, make your keyframe. This step is optional. If you want to make video straight away from your asset, you can skip it. But if you want a full control of video before you make it, use keyframe. Making a video and not liking it is just a waste of money. So let's make keyframe. This part is super easy. You just click create scene and boom, you get 9 tiles of the scene. You can use NanoBanana or GPT. GPT costs more credits, but it's usually more detailed. NanoBanana has a softer, smoother plastic texture to it. Models change all the time though, so use them both and pick your favorite. And since the AI makes a whole batch of cinematic shots for you, you don't have to think about the angle, the lighting, where to put your subject, all of it. Let AI handle that work. You just need to decide. So I click create with GPT. I want 9 scenes across 3 lines, so I set it up like this, and it splits them, 3 shots per line. And there they are. You keep your favorite shots by clicking this arrow and archive the ones you don't want. You can drag and drop image to different lines. And I like this scene, but I want to edit a little. I want the boy and author looking at the TV behind them. So I type that in, and there's my shot. If you like a scene but want a different take on it, click Cinematic Shots to create some variation. And if you already got a specific shots in your head and don't want the AI giving you a bunch of options, just create design scene and describe exactly what you want. After making this shot, you pick only the ones you want as a keyframe. So I'll pick my best 18 shots for my short film. After you pick your best shots, you can click here to share a web link of all your keyframes. Then make it really easy to get everyone on the same page, especially if you have a client. Step 4. Turn it into video. Now you got all three: story, asset, and a keyframe. So you take all of it to turn it into video. This part is easy and fun, but the most expensive part. So there are a few ways to make an AI video, and I'll show you how. First, click this and you'll see a list of your keyframes and the UI that helps you turn them into video. If you want to make a single shot video, you can select start frame and the end frame. But I usually just go with start frame because when you set both start and the end frame, the model has to force its way from one to other. Then you get this weird morphing in the middle. With just a start frame, the shots stay constant and the motion comes out much more natural. So I want to turn this simple shot into one clip. I click start and you'll see the element here. If I only had the shot, we'll just see the character's back, or the model would make up a new face with no consistency. So if I add the element, the model can look at it and keep the front of character constant too. I write my prompt with @ and I keep it simple. The boy slowly walks up to the counter and element 2 turns around to look at him. Very slow pushing. I set the time to 5 seconds and I want to use Kling for this one. Hit create. And there's my scene. You can see author stay constant. So that's really easy way to make a simple one shot. Next is multi-shot. When you want to make a few shots at once. You pick image 1, image 2, image 3, and so on. And the model builds a multi-shot sequence out of them. Since this needs longer prompt, I'll click Generate Prompt button. And it writes the whole thing for you, because it already understands the context of my story and my shots. I could edit it, but prompt looks good, so I'll just go with it. Hit create. So I get this shot.
ID, please.
And these are the example I made with multi-shot. Same prompt in Kling. And Zidans. This is just to show you an example, so try the models and methods yourself and find the flow that works best for you. You can also skip frame completely and just hand it your background and your character. It will compose the shot on its own. It's the fastest route, but also has risk. You really have to nail your prompt. And things like positioning and consistency tend to drift. Here's an example I made with asset only. And as you can see, it's a little off. Of course, if I write precise prompt, it will look better, but I will still waste a lot of money on the trial and the error. So just use keyframe. So like this, now I got all my clips. Since I already had my keyframe, I didn't really have to try very hard to get shots like this. So I download them all with this button, bring them into my editor. And just like that, I got my short film. So, I hope you start turning your own idea into short film with Let There Be. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.